Good morning. It's day 3, my little Mornington Peninsula adventure. So I bivvied on the deck of someone's boathouse last night. That's my view. Above me I had stars all night, obviously. Got the moon still up, the sun's just poking out in the east. The plan today is to just walk as far along the coast, close to home as I can get. We'll see how I go, and then I'll give Sam a call and she can motor down and pick me up. Hopefully I'll get somewhere close. I'm not far from home. Even here I'm probably only 35 minutes drive, 40 minutes drive from home, so it's all good. So the day brings, eh? Catch you later. Alright, back on the track again. Just realised I haven't got any spare batteries for the GoPro, so I'm down to 20%, so I might end up filming the last bit of this walk on my phone. We'll see how it goes. First mission this morning, I'm out of Blairgowrie. I'm not far out of Blairgowrie, probably a kilometre. I'm going to try and find some decent cafe for brekkie. Might as well do the civilised thing. I'll get a chance on these walks. Alright, catch you later. There's the view this morning. You can see the yacht through there. So there's the rest of the yacht club I could see from my deck last night. I've swung around the peninsula now, so now I'm walking east into the rising sun this morning, which is no joy, especially walking along the edge of the Nepean Highway. That's the bottom of this hill's Blairgowrie. So I'm officially following the Bay Trail at the moment, but the Bay Trail is really on the Port Phillip Bay side is set up for bikes more than walkers, I think. So sometimes funnels you on the Nepean Highway. So it's when I say I'm following it, I'm loosely following it. Sometimes I walk the beach instead. But, yeah, it's all good today. It's going to be a really warm day. At the moment it's still pretty cool. I've got a wind coming in off the beach. I feel water. It's not too bad. So I've just left the sand for the first time since brekkie. That pier in the distance is Rye, and that mountain range in the distance is Arthur's Seat. So I'm going to walk around the bottom of that and we'll see how we go after that. It's all been pretty mild this morning compared to yesterday along the back beaches there. It's good. Well, I could do without walking into the sun. So I'm passing through Rye now. There's a fairly good boardwalk from here to Rosebud, I think. Although this section with its little holes makes it a bit hard to use trekking poles. So I've been walking the path for a while, just to get out of the sun. I'll probably hit the beach again later on. Path's not bad. There's bugger all bikes on it. The only issue is you've got the noise in the Nepean Highway, but you've pretty much got the noise in the Nepean Highway wherever you walk here. There's the beach over there. So my next port of call will be Rosebud. Yeah, well I hit the beach a bit earlier than planned. I started walking through, there's like foreshore camping along here, and the trail just winds through the camping area. It's watching people wake up in the morning, get up and brush their teeth in their pyjamas. It's not my idea of fun. So I've taken to the beach, which could be worse. Arthur's Seat's looking a little bit closer now, a big mountain in the background. I'm going to go around the base of that in another hour or so. Alright, so Rosebud Pier. Next town I'll go through, or reasonably sized town or suburb, will be Dramana. Might be time for morning smoko soon though, I think. Sensational day. Port Phillip Bay's looking pretty schmick today. So this is a spot called Anthony's Nose. This is where Arthur's Seat, that big ridge that we've been looking at for days. Actually, here's Port Phillip Bay. Quite a nice piece of the bay here. The good thing about swimming here is the water gets deep fairly quick, and you can see a few waves rolling in. It's probably sometimes you've got to walk out 100 metres to swim in the bay. This is not so here. Alright, progress is still being made. I'm at Mount Martha. See, there's a little bit of wind. At least it's at my back. I don't know if you're going to hear me. Next stop will be Safety Beach, or the Bay of Jet Skis. And then I'll have to decide if I'm going to keep going or what I'm going to do. It's only lunchtime, I think I'm going to keep going. So, I don't know if you can hear me over the wind. Once I hit that cliff line down there, this is Safety Beach in front of me. Not too many jet skis out today because it's that windy, I think. But once I hit that cliff line, it go pretty wild. Pretty wild. Really wild actually, depending on how hard I go along the bottom of the cliffs. So yeah, let's see how it goes. There'll be a lot of rock hopping involved. Hopefully some good swimming off the rocks at some stage somewhere. That's out of the way. So I'm going to avoid the first section. You can walk that section, but I've done it in sandals before. You're normally wading sections. This is where the easy walking finishes. So I've come along, that's part of what I've come along this morning. That's Martha Cove, that inlet there. That's a man-made marina, and they've dropped the road beneath the inlet to the marina, which is why I had to go through that tunnel before. Alright, I'm down on the coast. This is where the walking gets really rough. It's not helping that westerly coming in, pushing the waves. So the go is I'll walk along the coast as far as I can, and then I'll have to climb up to the Esplanade. The Esplanade is a road that runs along the top of the cliffs. Makes for particularly shitty walking, and this walking along there is particularly scenic in a few spots, but it's also particularly hard and particularly slow. So we'll see how we go, see how far I get. As an added bonus on this bit of the walk, I get to check out the old rusting engine blocks that have been flung off the Esplanade at the top of the trees up there. I just hope nothing lands on my head. Yeah, I'm definitely into the wild bit now. So I'm probably going to head to where those divers are in the middle distance and head up from there. Once I go past there, there's some gulches that are, last time I had to swim through, and I might swim through with an overnight pack. So I'll hit the main road. You can just see, maybe see yellow sign up on the esplanade. I've got to scramble up through the bushes to that. The weather's turned very average. Big south-westerly coming in, so I'd say there's been a cold change. Nowhere near as hot as they said it was going to be today. So I still might try and sneak in and swim. We'll see how we go. So I'm filming on my iPhone at the moment. GoPro's out of batteries and I forgot to bring spares. This is particularly, I've climbed up off the cliffs. This is a particularly shitty section of the walk along this esplanade. I mean, the views are amazing, but it's probably the best coastline in Port Phillip Bay, and yet you can't access it without really hard walking. So I'm getting near the cliff diving and cliff jumping area, which is the pillars. So I'm not on my own walking on the road anymore. I might drop in and see if the kids are jumping on. So there's a lot of looking, not a lot of jumping. Particularly nice bit of coastline around the pillars. Always full of kids jumping off though. So I'm heading back to the esplanade for a little bit more of a road bash. Probably another 5 minutes and I'll be in Mount Martha. Believe it or not, the sun's come out and it's heated up again. Basically once I climbed away from the coast. So that swim's back on again now. And find somewhere that's got a cold shower. I'll have a swim. Rinse the salt off me. I'm going to finish the walk in Mornington. That'll give me, I don't know, probably 35 k's for the day, maybe 40. So that's a solid enough day for an old bloke. Alright. I'm back out on the esplanade. Alright, well, I'm off the esplanade. That's the shittiest walking for the whole walk over and done with. If you've got a lot of time, pace to stick to the rocks, but as long as you can. But the rocks are particularly hard going. They're tilted on a strange angle, and there's gulches and all sorts of stuff you have to negotiate. So anyway, I'm dropping down on this beach. This is Mount Martha Beach. Hopefully there's a shower up near the surf club or the lifesaving club up there, and I'm going to strip off and have a swim. And then I'll finish the last leg into Mornington after that. We'll see how it all goes. Alright, well, I'm just climbed up out of Mount Martha. Sounds like a strange thing, but Mount Martha Beach is obviously at sea level, so I have to climb up from there. I'm heading over towards Mornington, I'm heading towards Darva at the moment. Back on a decent walking track along the cliff top, so that's good. It wasn't very pleasant walking the esplanade for an hour this afternoon. The weather today is strange. It's warm again now, blue sky. That cold front that came through when I was doing that rock section blew through in about an hour. Anyway, I've rung Sam, giving her the heads up I'm going to pull the pin in Mornington. I'll give her a call when I get to Darva, which is probably about an hour away. So yeah, I'll catch up with you later. So I'm just rolling into Mornington now. It's about 6:15 on Saturday. I've finished in about half an hour. That Snapper Point, that one in the distance, that's where we're going to finish. It's been a pretty good walk. So I'm walking past my youth here. I went past the Darva Hotel before. Kirk's and the Royal, places I also used to frequent in my younger days. That's Snapper Point. And that's the end of the walk. Alright, so I've just finished that my Mornington Peninsula walk. GoPro's flat, so I'm using my phone. Did 37.5 today. It was a pretty tough day again. Today was probably the least enjoyable day because there's a mixture of bike paths, kind of roads, beaches, and a bit of rock. I was getting photo bombed. So yeah, the section from Safety Beach to Mount Martha's particularly difficult. You can go along the rocks and it's really pretty, it's really hard, or you can go along the Esplanade, which is really dodgy but really easy. So yeah, look, it was a good walk. I must have done close to 100 k's over the 3 days. So definitely something I'll do again. Maybe when I retire, I might take a little bit more time, or maybe tweak it up a little bit somewhere. Anyway, this is not quite wilderness, but I'll let you go. See you next week.